Have you ever really stopped to think about why we get exactly two sets of teeth? Not one, not 10, but just two. It's something we all go through, but the reason why is actually one of evolution's most clever and fascinating little puzzles. So let's dive in and unpack it. I mean, seriously, think about it. Sharks have it all figured out, right? They've got rows and rows of teeth, like a conveyor belt. One falls out, another one just moves right into its place. So why are we stuck with just one backup set? Why can't we be more like a shark? Well, it turns out nature has a few different playbooks when it comes to teeth. You've got your polyphyodonts, that's the sharks, the ones with endless replacements. Then there are monophyodonts, like rodents, who get one set that just keeps on growing their whole life. And then there's us. We're diphyodonts, which is just a fancy way of saying we get two shots at it. And the reason for our specific strategy is a brilliant story of geometry, engineering, and a really smart biological handover. Okay, so the very first and honestly the most fundamental reason for this whole two-set system comes down to a simple problem of architecture, a problem of physical space that every single one of us had to deal with the moment we were born. It really does all start with a simple geometry problem. A baby's skull, and especially its jaw, is just tiny. There is physically no way to cram a full set of big, powerful adult teeth in there. It just wouldn't work. You'd have massive structural problems from day one. Just think about the final product we're aiming for, 32 permanent teeth. These things are big, they have deep roots, and they are designed for decades of really hard work. Trying to fit all of those into a newborn's mouth, that'd be like trying to park a fleet of buses in a one-car garage. It's just not gonna happen. So evolution's solution was just genius. It created a scale model, a perfectly proportionate starter set of 20 smaller teeth. These baby teeth, or deciduous teeth as they're officially known, are exactly the right size for a child's jaw. They let them learn how to choose solid food while the rest of their body is busy growing. So that solves the space problem, right? But it immediately brings up a new question. If this little starter set works so well, why do we have to get rid of it? Why not just keep them? And here's the crucial piece of the puzzle. Unlike our bones, our teeth cannot grow. Once a tooth is fully formed, its size is fixed for good. The enamel is basically this dead, mineralized tissue. There are no living cells in there to make it bigger. So trying to keep this little baby teeth into adulthood would be a complete mechanical catastrophe. And here's why it would be such a disaster. First off, as your jaw grows to its adult size, these huge gaps would start to open up between those tiny teeth. It'd be a food-trapping nightmare. But more importantly, they just aren't strong enough. Baby teeth have shorter roots and thinner enamel. They were never, ever designed to handle the forces of an adult bite. And the forces we're talking about here are immense. An adult jaw can generate a crushing force of 70 to 100 kilograms per square centimeter. If you applied that kind of pressure to those weakly rooted little baby teeth, they'd either shatter or just pop right out of your head. They would be completely, totally outmatched. Okay, so baby teeth are too small and way too weak for adult life. We've established that. But it turns out their most important job isn't even chewing. They have a secret hidden mission that is far more critical to our long-term dental health. And this is the real aha moment of the whole story. A baby tooth is, first and foremost, a biological space maintainer. Its primary job, its entire mission, is to just sit there and guard the precise location where its adult successor needs to come in. It's literally holding a reservation. Think of it like a biological GPS system. The root of the baby tooth acts as a perfect guide rail for the permanent tooth that's growing down in the jawbone. It maintains the exact amount of space needed, it stops other teeth from drifting into its spot, and it makes sure that adult tooth erupts exactly where it's supposed to. And this right here is why losing a baby tooth too early, from a fall or because of a bad cavity, is such a big deal for orthodontists. When that guidepost is gone, the adult tooth underneath kind of loses its way. The neighboring teeth can start to shift and close the gap, blocking the permanent tooth's path and causing all sorts of crowding issues later on. It just goes to show you, a baby tooth's job isn't really done until its replacement is ready to clock in. So how does this handover actually happen? How does a baby tooth know when its time is up? Well, the mechanism behind it is this incredibly clever and efficient process of basically programmed self-destruction. The process is called root resorption. As the adult tooth starts pushing upwards from inside the jaw, that pressure on the baby tooth's root above it activates these special cells called osteoclasts. And these cells, they get right to work, dissolving the root of the baby tooth bit by bit. The source material describes this in a pretty striking way, calling it a form of cellular cannibalism. The osteoclasts literally eat the root away until there is absolutely nothing left holding that baby tooth in place. That's why a loose tooth gets so wobbly and can eventually be pushed out with just a little nudge from your tongue. It has no anchor left. So all of this brings us right back to our original question. If we have this amazing built-in replacement system, why not just do it over and over again like a shark? The answer boils down to a fundamental evolutionary trade-off. It's a choice between precision and quantity. Let's just compare them side by side. Shark teeth are for grabbing, tearing, and swallowing things whole. They don't need to line up perfectly. Our teeth, especially our molars, are for grinding. They need to fit together with the precision of machine gears. And to get that kind of precision, you need incredibly stable, deeply rooted teeth, something you just can't get with a constant replacement cycle. Plus, building these high-precision teeth is really expensive for our bodies. It takes a ton of metabolic energy. So you see, the two systems have completely different design philosophies. Sharks evolved for low-cost, disposable, high-quantity tearing tools. They're all about quantity. Mammals, on the other hand, we evolved for a single, high-investment, premium toolkit that's designed to last a lifetime. For us, it's all about quality and precision. And that's really the big takeaway. Our two-set system isn't a limitation. It's a brilliant evolutionary compromise. It perfectly solves the geometry problem of a growing body while also giving us one final incredibly powerful and precise set of tools to use for our entire adult lives. So, to quickly recap our whole dental journey, we start with a small temporary starter set to fit our tiny jaws. Those teeth then perform their most important job as space maintainers, acting as guides. And then finally, they make way for a single, heavy-duty, permanent set of teeth engineered for a lifetime of precise, powerful grinding. It's an absolutely incredible system, perfected over millions of years for a very specific environment and a very specific diet, which really leaves us with one last thought to chew on. This whole system was designed for the tough, fibrous foods our ancestors ate. How well is this ancient, brilliant design holding up in our modern world of soft, processed, sugar-filled foods? Now that is a question worth thinking about.